Good morning, it's VapeAM. I'm Juicy Jones. You tuned into Orbital Vaping headquarters, and VapeAM is a show where you wake up with me and we do whatever I'm doing. I could be reviewing something, I could be going over something. Today, we're building Geekvape's new staple staggered fused Clapton coil in the Goon. That's what we're gonna do. So, check it out. VapeAM Geekvape, VapeAM Geekvape, stapled staggered fused Clapton coil. Ba-dum. That'll be cool. So I'm super excited about these. These came from the great folks over at Vapor & Co. They just threw them in as a bonus in the Cooper review pack that we sent. And don't forget that we're doing a review of the Cooper 300 watt mod here either Thursday or next Tuesday. I think Thursday. Pretty sure. Haven't gotten with Skeletor about that, but we're doing it together. So I want to know how y'all are doing out there in Vapor Inner Tubes land. How is Inner Tubes land? I'm going to chime into my chat window and see how you guys are doing. The magical chat window. Alright, who we have? We got Tony Dixon, Josh, Labworks, Ryan, Sean Taft, Jesse, Mikra, everybody. Orbital Joe. It's great to see everybody. Let me get another chat window up so I can follow along slightly more interactively with y'all, my audience. So glad to see everybody, and I say good morning. April, Hunter Bridgman, it's a new name for me. It's great to see you. And Jesse B, I don't recognize that name either, but if you've seen me before, thanks for coming back. If not, welcome. Michael Dory, another new one for me that's so killer. And Mikra, did I say that? Steve Forrester, it's great to see everybody. So we're going to throw these coils on here, and I'm going to take a close look at them because somebody was telling me that they had gone into a vape store and that maybe the ones that they had opened weren't what they were labeled to be. So there's Polo too, good morning. And what are you guys vaping on? Hi Jay. I'm vaping on my Cooper, my Smart Cooper 300 watt mod, and my iJoy Limitless. And in this Limitless, I have some delicious e-liquid by a local company to me, and I can't find the bottle here in front of me. I meant to put it aside so I could show you, and I'm so disappointed in myself, but it's delicious good juice, G-U-D juice, and this flavor is called Latidza, and it's spelled L-A-T-I-D-Y-A. It's really good. It's like a vanilla cake with a little cinnamon. It's yummy. Yummy. That's good. So hey everybody, there's Owen. Good to see you, Owen. Everybody. And I'm drinking some tea, obviously, because that's what we do here at Orbital Vaping headquarters, high above Seattle, Washington. We look down upon all the little ads and we vape. So anybody but me have one of these smock boxes, by the way, out in the audience? I just wanted to mention that this thing is like got the worst finish on it. I mean, within a few days, it'll have a tarnish and it's uncleanable. So I tried acetone, and I'm sure you could sandpaper it, but I'm not sandpapering this. It's just not worth the trouble, and it's an uneven surface, and it's annoying. And I just wanted to point out that it's bad, but it's not fatally the worst bad ever. Oh, there's our chat. Oh, shit. Our chat isn't working. There it is. I just wanted to point out that the cuboid also has a problem in its stainless steel. So don't think that the smock is the only thing that has a tarnish problem. Anything with exposed metal can and could. Smocks just looks worse than the cuboid. I can't say why, it just does. It's weird. But I'm just curious. Looks like 8 ohm vapes has got some stainless steel, 22 gauge, twisted messes on its parallel box, strawberry ice cream. It says vape today. And I think for a morning vape with y'all, my peeps, I'm gonna take my Lush, which is just loaded. That's the reason I'm reaching for it. Happens to be the first RDA that isn't the Goon right in front of me. And I want to take you guys through like a little tour of some of the juice I just got. Cool. I'm gonna have to re-wick this. Look at my Lush. My Lush has got like, I don't even know what that is. I was testing something. So I'm going to clean this up, but I want to show you guys something. And this is what we got. First of all, I want to remind everybody to go to the Liquid Sky June, Orbital Vaping Headquarters Liquid Sky June giveaway, because that's super cool. And James Davis put together a big giveaway for 10 starter packs for us. And so that is on the Facebook page. And if it isn't yet, then I'm going to link it in the Facebook event for this show afterwards, and in the description of this video. I don't have the link handy right this second, but maybe one of the admins can paste it in. But make sure you do that, because we're going to do the giveaway on Thursday. So that is coming to a close here. And I think there's about 300 entries, but that's going to be really great. And it looks like LabWorks, Mikra's on his little Serpent Mini. I need a Serpent Mini as well. Oh, my ear hurts. LabWorks is on a Serpent Mini, strawberry nut butter. And he's got a 2432 stainless steel Clapton. That's killer. I'm having a little pain in the back of my ear right now for some reason. I'm sorry to say. So that's why I might look a little bit funny. If y'all are looking up at me on the big screen. Oh, and Jay, I want to remind you, I'm so sorry, but that's a continental U.S. giveaway. And it's just because of shipping and junk. I'm so sorry. We'll do something for the Canadians as soon as we can. So what is that, 0.3? Yay. So that's not that great on here, because this has got some random stuff in it. I don't know what that is. So I want to know what all of you guys are doing, how you're doing, what you're doing today. You're already telling me what you're vaping, and that's good. But I need to know more. I need to know what everybody is up to. Definitely. Looks like Ryan Berman's vaping on 2632 Nichrome. 26 Nichrome with 32 Canthol with his Fruit Loops. That's cool. It's interesting. It's a very interesting build. He's got Canthol on the inside. Or on the outside, rather. Nichrome on the inside for lower resistance. That's nice. I like it. All right. Yeah. Where's my Limitless? I'll just use my Limitless. Yeah. So, good morning to all y'all. It's going to be pretty nice to put these coils on the Goon. I'm looking forward to it. Oop, I gotta re-wick this guy. So, check this out, y'all. Do the giveaway. And remember, and also check it out. I got tons of e-liquid. I got another care pack from James at Liquid Sky, and thank you so much. And look at this. I got my delicious smacks. I was going to die if I ran out of smacks, and he sent me some more. That's really great. I swear I would die. And he also sent Smoky Monkey, which is one of the ones we reviewed that we really liked, and some Applesome, which is the apple cinnamon vape. And I also got the 4 next flavors from Swag Sauce, which is really fun. And Graffiti Donuts is a strawberry raspberry donut, strawberry filled raspberry covered, or maybe it's raspberry filled strawberry covered donut. And King's Gold is a vanilla cake with cream filling. It's a Twinkie, basically. And Game Changer is like a 4-fruit medley, and I forgot the exact breakdown, but I'll find out for you because I don't want to give you incomplete information. Do I? Because I love all y'all. I don't want to screw you up. So let me look at my. It looks like Game Changer is sweet vanilla ice cream with strawberry watermelon topping, which is pretty good. I was surprised. And this one's called Zombie Killer, which is, come on, focus, buddy. Zombie Killer is peach, dragon fruit, strawberry, mango, and a little pineapple. And it's unfocusable. Anyway, I'm stoked to have these. We're reviewing these next, and those are just killer. I like the Swag Sauce, and y'all do too. And I really love the people over at Swag Sauce. They're so friendly and awesome. We just moved my overlay accidentally. Hi, y'all. Oh, and Vaping Mikra says that he's mid-coil right now, and he'll post the pictures on OVHQ on the Facebook page. And the Facebook page is Facebook.com/groups/Juicy Jones. Join us there. Hang out. I'm just pulling out this cotton on my Lush, and we're going to have a morning vape on some of this Liquid Sky and swag sauce, and then we're going to build on the Goon. I'm really excited. I got these coils from the awesome people over at Vapor & Co. And I just want to remind you guys, go to vaporandco.com. Or is it vaporandcompany.com? I must say the correct thing. It's very important. And I have it on a vape band sitting right in front of me somewhere. But, you know, of course that rolled away while we were talking, because that's the rule. And so instead I shall simply tab out and show you so I can see the right URL. Yeah, vaporandco.com. So go there. Got it from Andy there. He's great. They support the channel and they send us stuff to review. And he sent this stuff out as a bonus in the Cooper pack. I've got the Cooper 300, and then look at this. It's a shiny wrapped up one that I'm going to be giving away when we do the review for this. So Skeletorn, I'll do a dual review. That thing will be given away a week, two, but afterwards. And it'll be so awesome. I'm really excited. It's cool. How's everybody? So Josh Richards asks how the Tornado Nano is. It's pretty good. I'll do a real review of that. I think I was going to do it today, but I'm going to do, if we don't do the Cooper, maybe I'll do the Tornado Nano Thursday and the Cooper Tuesday. I'm not exactly 100% sure. I've had the Nano not quite long enough to give you a full review. I like it, but there's more to discover. I put five builds in it, 4 builds, and re-wicked it at least 5 or 7 times. Actually, more than that. I lost count. Those were the official times I was measuring for some kind of interesting question I had, all of which are answered easily. And the thing works well. It's sitting right here somewhere. I actually wasn't really thinking about it today because we're going to work on the Goon, but it is here somewhere, festively hanging out with us on the desk. When I find it, I'm sure I'll scream and go, here it is, for you guys. And someone's asking, Drew P. Hey, Drew, by the way, good morning. Someone's asking about the Raphael X RDA. I'm not that familiar with that one. I kind of skipped the Raphael because I was so unimpressed by what Crown was trying to do there. I didn't think the Crown was broken. Just my opinion, obviously. But they did discontinue the Raphael since then. And now the Crown 2 is their flagship, which I really want a Crown 2, obviously. It'd be crazy if I didn't want one of those, after how much I loved the Crown last year. So right now, I'm just re-wicking my Lush, so I've got something to vape on besides my Goon while I'm working on the Goon. Because I want to vape on some of this new swag sauce that I got. Stuff's really good. And it's been here long enough so that it's good now. I know you guys probably already know this, but when you get e-liquid in the mail, you should always open it up and then give it some time to aerate and get used to your local atmospheric pressure and temperature. Just, you know, it usually takes 8 to 12 hours. So, hey, there's Michael Beryanek. There he is. And Carlos Flores, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Labwork says he calls this mod a 60s radio. Totally. It looks like a cheese grater, 60s radio. I think it kind of looks like 1990s sharper image tech. You know, it's like a little excessively adorned. Okay, I'm just checking this out. They burn great. This Lush is a good RDA. These are all distorted just from me using them, but this thing still burns evenly. It's nice. I'm just blowing on them a little bit and resetting them. Just getting some emissions in my nose. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So now I'm going to take some cotton. I'm still testing Kendo Vape cotton. And so, hey, there's Sherlock Ohms. Great name. Good to see you. So I'm going to take some of this Kendo and chop it off. Oh, and of course I forgot my scissors. Okay, this is a deal breaker, so in a rare moment I'll actually have to stand up and go get my scissors. Excuse me, guys, this is funny. Haha, there we go. That was quick. Oh, I wanted to remind you guys, by the way, that y'all in Indiana, there's a respite. The legislature announced that they're punting that bill, and they're going to wait until the FDA regulations go into effect before they decide if they're going to change it. And because they're not going back into session until January, that means that nothing can happen on that bill. So it's not going into effect at least until early next year. What that means to me is that it may not go into effect based on what happens at the FDA. There's obviously a chance they can make it worse, but I'm glad to hear that. I saw that today. I posted it on the Facebook group for you guys so you could see. So I've got some Kendo cotton here. And of course, you guys already know we're just having a nice little morning vape. In just a minute, we're going to take that Geekvape stapled, staggered, fused Clapton, and we're going to mount it. We're going to set it on the Goon. Hey, 8 Vape says it's been 2 years since his last cigarette. That's so great. I'm so proud of you. That's killer. Yeah, where's Rhonda? Hey, Dirk Diggler. Good morning to you. All right. Okay, Michael Bringneck says Rhonda's going to try. That's good. I'm so glad. And hi to Adonis Boy. Great to see you too. You're a new face. I'm happy to see you. It's a morning show. I just want to remind you guys that it's VapeAM, and here's my desk view. I'm just working on the desk, and I'm putting some cotton in my lush here just for real quick, but we're going to work on the Goon and put these delicious Geekvape stapled, staggered, fused Claptons in the Goon, because the Goon is the stuff. It's going to be freaking great. I love the Goon. I love that absolutely anything you send me, I can put in there. There's nothing. There's no build I'm scared to put in the Goon. Nothing. And it's just so cool. It's one of the coolest atomizers that there's absolutely no question that your build will fit into it, unless you're trying to challenge the Goon. And that's cool. That's cool too. I love it. All right. Let's see. J1790 Vapes is asking about a link to what opinion? Anyway, he wants a link to something, so I'm curious. What link do you want? I'm sure we can. Okay, I'm just clearing this out. I'm going to put a little cotton in there. I'm using the Kendo Vape cotton. Still evaluating this stuff. I'm using the gold edition right now, their highest end product. Comes in a big worm. And so I'm just checking it out. Just want something to vape on this morning. My problem with Kendo so far is that it's slightly wasteful. I always feel when I'm using it that I'm throwing away a lot of cotton just because of the way it strands and stuff. It's strange. It wicks like really well, and the cloud production is really good. And the reason I'm using this still is that wicking is just something that I don't think that you can just do a flash in the pan impression of. I mean, there's definitely things that will immediately disqualify wicks, but wicking is different. And when it comes to trying out premium wicks out of the big brands, I just think it's important to try to give them a shot and really evaluate them. So I'm taking a long time with this because I'm evaluating them in all my RDAs and all my tanks and doing different kinds of builds, including mount to lung and stuff. And of course, what I normally do on my own, which is my own builds, if you just do nothing else, for me, is going to be like a fused Clapton 6 wrap or something. And it's going to be probably a couple of 28s or a couple of 26s with some 32 or 40 around it, and depending on what, either if it's me making it or someone else sending it to me. And typically, if I'm making it myself, it'll be 32. If someone else does it, it'll be nicer. But that's just my go-to build. That's what I like the best, is a fused Clapton or a Clapton, multiple wraps, a little bit high, 0.35 to 0.5. That's just where I like to live. In the spring here, you know how this goes. Things change. So this looks great. I'm just going to give her a little tuck, and then we're going to vape, and then we're going to build on that. Goon, baby, Goon. Love the Goon. Such a great RDA. I know a bunch of you guys have Goons, and we all need to order our Goon caps, because they have new colored caps. We talk about this a lot, probably too much. I'm not obsessed. Don't worry. I'm not. Gosh, and 8 Vape says that he vaped for 14 years. That's so good that you quit. I'm so glad. My sister's girlfriend, or my sister's, I'm sorry, my girlfriend's sister, his boyfriend's mom just got diagnosed with lung cancer, and she's starting her chemo here pretty soon. She's pretty freaked out, so you guys all send your hearts out to Shannon and hope she does better. And they caught it super early, and so there's every chance to think that things could go well if she does her treatment well. So that's good. It's really a mental battle, if anything. All right. So we're doing these swag sauces. There's a ton of these. Tell me which one I should vape. I want to vape the donuts or the King's Gold. That's what I want to vape. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm sorry to ask and then not even care. I apologize. You guys are great, but I'm not going to pay attention. I'm going to vape the graffiti donuts. So it looks like Drew P is got a frame staggered ribbon coil. Oh no, he's laughing at the Geekvape one. Yeah, we're going to take a real close look at it too in just a second. First though, I'm taking this graffiti donuts and I'm applying it liberally to my luscious coils. Oh yes. Oh yes, I'm dripping. I'm dripping, I'm dripping. Dripping and dripping. Oh, I can't wait to get to that lush and put those coils on there. Yeah, we'll see how China's coil game is indeed. One of the reasons I wanted to open these is someone told me that they thought theirs were mislabeled. And so, oh, this stuff smells good. This smells really good. Boab and Mikra are having a very funny conversation in chat. You guys are so great. I really think you guys are great. And Ryan Berman's mom is going through cancer with chemotherapy right now. And all of our thoughts go out to you too. My mother died of cancer 20 years ago last week. And I had to unplug her respirator after 5 years of a terrible battle with cancer. And it was heartbreaking and tore my life to pieces and our whole world. And so anybody who's dealing with cancer, it's one of the reasons we do this VapeAM. It's why Orbital Vaping headquarters is here, is to raise awareness about vaping so that people can not die of lung cancer. And this is the only kind of cancer that I can have a direct impact on personally. And so that's why I do this. That's 100%. Everything else here is secondary to that. It's not about gear, it's not about stuff, it's not about money, it's not about people. We don't make any money. The people here are everything. And it's about helping people quit smoking, just in case anybody wondered. So Mikra also bought some of the Geek Vape aliens. Yeah, I'm super stoked to get these. I mean, academically, I'm very interested and we're going to open them up together because I personally want a human being to make all my super fancy coils. I don't mind machines making basic framed aliens and stuff, but I'd prefer if human beings made all kinds of like fancy staggered staples and that kind of stuff, just because I think there's a lot of reason for it. I want people like Mikra and those other coil builders to feel like they have a small industry. It is so inexpensive in the first place that it's really not worth us trying to cut corners and only pay $2 for these when we could support someone like Mikra or Ripcon or Sneets or anybody else who's out there building. I'm so sorry, I'm forgetting everybody's name that I love and all my fans. Tons of y'all do this. And so I think that it's so much better to support someone who's doing that and throw them a few bucks for their effort and get a handmade product from a person. But we're going to look at these. Oh, it looks like April got her electricity fixed. That's killer. Oh, it's okay. We're just getting started. I'm just starting to vape socially, and we're drinking tea. And in a minute, we're going to get started and check out these Geekvape coils. That's delicious. So LabWorks vapes It looks like he says he smoked since he was 17. Stopped 2 years ago. That's good. I'm so glad. Yeah, in fact, my story is similar. I smoked cigarettes since I was about 14, and I didn't stop till recently. And I turned 40. I turned 46 this year in August. So I smoked for almost 30 years. Well, I was asking if I've seen the new Fody, and I have seen it. I just haven't been able to buy one, but I noticed that they've got like a Genesis style one, which I'm moderately interested in, but a Fody 2. The Fody 2, which is an update on the old Fody. And unfortunately, I love the avocado too much. I just don't know how it's one of those things that I need to put on the B list because I've got, you know how it is. We're on a budget here at Orbital Vaping headquarters, and we have a couple of great partners like the people over at Vapor and Company that send us stuff on the regular, and AZ Swag Sauce and Liquid Sky, but mainly I buy everything, and so I have to be on a schedule. What I want to do next is the Eagle and the TFV8. I've been thinking about it for about a week, and I want to know what y'all think too, but I think I'm going to go to an effort to get the Eagle from Geekvape and the Smock TFV8. The Smock TFV8, not because I'm not interested in it intrinsically, but because I got a tip the other day that it's great. And since a person I trust told me that I do want to try it. And I also want to try the Mage, which is very much like the Tornado Nano. And do not forget that we are reviewing the Tornado Nano right here in Orbital Vaping headquarters soon as hell. I really like the Tornado Nano. I wish I could tell you what I did with it. I was so focused on getting the Goon ready this morning that I can't seem to put my hands on anything that I was vaping. I think all the stuff is in the other room, to be honest. And I just left it in there and didn't think about it. But my Tornado Nano is great. There's a review coming with all the full breakdown, a build. I'm going to tear it apart, but I need a little more time with it. And I'm pretty excited about all that stuff. So anyway, if you want to donate stuff to the channel or donate money or anything, all that goes towards gear and stuff to do for you and making sure that this is good. So if you want to do that, just go back to the homepage of the YouTube and click on the donate button, or even easier, just PayPal juicyjones@gmail.com. That's my PayPal address. And make sure you leave a note if you do that. And other people that have donated, we love, and that's Owen Ginter and Boab and Josh. And you guys are just the greatest. And William. And you guys are just the greatest. And so I just want to thank all of y'all for everything that you've done for this channel. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have been here for almost a year. Okay, so I'm sorry, I've gone kind of off on that. But I just am so grateful and thankful to all of you. And yikes, Michaela vaped 41 years. We're all so glad not to be smoking anymore. It's so good. We are not freaking smoking anymore. This is good. This graffiti donuts. I really like it. It has a better taste than it does a donut taste. It's more like a sweet, tastes creamier than, I don't want to fully review it right here in front of you. Maybe I should start doing just impromptu reviews, or we just cold try stuff. Oh, I forgot. I totally forgot. You guys, please forgive me. The Heracles V2 is coming next. That's coming after the Smock from our good friends over at Vapor & Co. I believe. I don't think we firmed that up entirely, but I want to. And I can't believe I forgot that it's written right here in front of me. The Heracles V2 is the other thing. So the Smock TFV8, the Heracles V2 that's coming out really soon, and the Eagle from Geekvape. Those are the ones that I want to do. Jesse B says he loves 24 to 25 millimeter shorty tanks, and the other tank that I almost forgot is the Griffin 25 Mini. I want that too. And Jesse B, me too. The avocado, my thing is all of the bottom tank RDAs, like the Avocado 24, the Avocado 22, the Avogo, the Fody, and all those. I want all of those, and I want every shorty tank too, because I just like them small. And I like the Tornado, I like the Moonshot, and I hope we like the Serpent Mini, which I didn't get. I didn't get the Serpent Mini because of the single hole in the 2 posts with the screws. Honestly, that's it, because it was K-Fun. But yeah, and Carlos Flores says the TFE8 looks pretty good. Earlier on the show, all of us together decided that we were kind of not very excited about that. But I got the Griffin, and I was surprised by the Griffin 25, enjoying it with the top airflow. And after that, I've decided that, especially after I got the tip from my trusted friend, it was James Reeves, who said that I should check out the TFE8 after all. He said he thought it was pretty good. Oh, and Polo just got his 4-year anniversary. That's fantastic. A vape anniversary. That's great. I'm so glad. Yeah, killer. Dude, Jesse, tell me where you pre-ordered them. And if it's not too late for me, I'm not sure. I need some. I'm just looking at my Griffin 25 here. And this tank has been a real surprise to me that I didn't think that I would like it very much, but it turns out that even though it's a little bit loud, you can dial in great flavor. Hey, there's JD Vapor. Good morning, buddy. You missed that I showed everybody the liquid already that you sent us. That's JD Vapor from Liquid Sky, as I was telling you all that he, Liquid Sky, and the people at AZ Swag Sauce and Andy and everybody over at Vapor & Co. are just the best. And they're friends of the show, as well as Lewis at Nuve Mods. And I just want to thank all of them because they help us stay flush with stuff to evaluate that we think that you're going to be interested in. And so we're trying to look at stuff to evaluate it so you don't have to waste your money, or so that we can tell you what we think is freaking great. And it's all opinions. And I just appreciate that the vendors are so helpful. And the reason they're helpful is that you guys are interactive and interested and engaged. And that's what everybody wants, is to talk about vape stuff. So, Nicholas Rocha, good morning. Or Roca, if I pronounce it wrong, I apologize. It's great to see you. Good morning. Let's see. Looks like the Smock RTA is pretty good. Airflow is pretty good. That's what Jim Proctorian says. And Jesse B says that probably 3F is the place to go check out that stuff. So it's a good idea. Oh, and Orbital Joe says smacks, smacks, smacks. And man, I'm going to say smacks too. God. By the way, I want to thank you, JD, for sending these e-liquids that you sent us. He just sent us a nice thank you, and that was really cool of you. And that actually doesn't happen very often, and so I'm really thankful. And the smacks is precious. I swear to God, I love this stuff. I love this stuff. So don't forget. Oh, Andy Bud says that Heracles V2 shipped today. So that's great from our friends over at Vapor & Co. So don't forget to buy everything you can over at Vapor & Co. And that Heracles V2 is going to be hot. That's great. We've been sitting here manhandling these Smock things for almost a week. And I think this review is going to be, I think it's going to be pretty easy to do Thursday. And I don't have tons of good or bad stuff to say about this stuff, actually. I can't wait to talk about this, actually, because this is a really good one to review because it sits in a place, it's a weird place in the market, 300-watt box mods. And, you know me, I've got a lot to say about that. So, I need to vape this some more. I was just about to vape some more of that Smacks, and oh my God. If you guys haven't tried Smacks from Liquid Sky, Jesus, it's so good. Ryan's asking, is it Nuve or outside the box mods that make that Lipo Skeletor has? That Lipo box mod, I think, was made by another one, which he isn't here right now. I think he's sleeping. But we'll find out what that is. I should remember the name. That fellow was so cool. And I feel bad because I don't own the box, so I don't remember. But I think you're talking about the white one, right? Because he's got a DNA 200 that's a tug box, but before he had that cool PWN Lipo. I think that's what you mean. And I can't remember the name of it. It was really cool. I'd like to know too. Oh, it looks like Paul's not feeling well. I missed that in the chat, but I'm sorry. Oh, and Michaela. I'm sorry you're not feeling well, Michaela. That's no good. Everyone feel better. You hear that? This is a new coil. So it thinks that this is 2.2 ohms, which I think we both know it's not. Dennis would like to know what the profile is on Smacks. Smacks is like a big sugar cookie. That's what it tastes like to me. I believe that is the actual profile too, but JD will chime in here. But it is like a freaking delicious sugar cookie. I can't yell because my girlfriend is asleep right now. It's so early. But I'm not joking. I'm considering making Smacks my official testing juice. Because I've used it on several different RTAs, the bottom fed ones, my favorite ones, all the new ones, and I get staged flavor. I'm starting to tell what has better flavor and not based on the coils that I'm using with that juice. So it's becoming very familiar to me. So I might just order a couple of 120s of that or something, or even more, or come to some deal or something, because it's nice to have a flavor to use when you're testing tanks and stuff that's like consistent. Skeletor can talk to you about this too, and any reviewer can. That it's cool to like know your parameters And when you're testing juice, of course, it's good to know your hardware, but when you're testing hardware, it's good to know exactly what you're tasting. Anyway, I use my DIY for that mainly. All right. And then somebody says also Alpha Vape made one called Sweet Tooth. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Yummy. We've been really fortunate this year because some really good medium and small e-liquid companies have popped up, and one of them is Liquid Sky, and another one that was already kind of medium before, but is getting big is Swag Sauce. They started kind of smaller, and now they are getting really gigantic, and we like them. So let's just chat and get these things open. Let's start this coil fiasco. We've been sitting here chatting, and I just love to chat and vape with you guys, but I forgot we have a task to do. So this is my filthy Goon, and I just want you guys to forgive me in advance. I didn't bother cleaning this thing or anything. So I was like, I'll just be cool and keep it dirty for all y'all. And I'm looking around, and I could clean it again, but I took the zero sandpaper in the other room to work on the guitar. So this is going to stay tarnished, and that's my Goon. There's my Goon bass. It's beautiful. And I'm going to put it on the world's tallest box mod, lol, which is this ginormous Cooper. Absolutely adore this thing. Actually, the truth is I should put it on something slightly smaller, shouldn't I? So that I can talk to y'all. I don't know if I told you guys or not, but I got a whole mess of new batteries for my DNA 200. So I can't tell you how much gas I'm cooking with, y'all. I have 4 of these now. I have so many of these now, I can't even find the 4th one. It's in the other room. So that's 4 times 900 mAh. It's amazing. It's truly amazing. Oh, there's my Twisted Messes. Hey, there's Yeti's uncle. Good morning, buddy. Great to see you. It's great to see everybody. This is a terrible background because he's too busy. He's too busy, I say. Okay. I didn't put enough thought into this. Lol. It's not going to work either. Nope. Well, as always, the Nuve is going to be the best thing. Yay! Take the batteries out if you work on there. By the way, if anybody wants a box mod, I highly encourage you to get a Nuve mod. These things are truly amazing. It's got the same warranty as a Hex helmet. It's made by Louis Cruz in Florida, and they're just fantastic. Mine is a slightly older one that has the off-center 510 and doesn't have a lip on the bottom, but now they have lips here. These are centered. And mine is, of course, beautiful. It's a little bit older. Juicy Jones HQ. Love you, Lewis. Thank you so much for my freaking Green Lantern box. God, you're cool. So there's our Goon. He's looking good. Let's take these. Let's take these and look at them very closely. So the package is nice. I do not know what these cost, but we could find out. Hey, Drew's asking if I found a LiPo charger for my DX, and I did not. I'm still interested in that. And April is asking about the Blackout 2016. I heard about it, definitely, but I asked what the date was, and no one told me. I mean, it says we completely covered Instagram feed yesterday. It was awesome, but I'm really confused. I got a note from Grim Green saying do this, but I didn't get any note about what day. It just said, we're going to do this. So did they really do that and then not tell anyone to actually do it? Like they didn't put a call to action? Anyway, that's pretty irritating. Okay. There we go. It looks like Drew says these are just about $7. Yeah. And these say that they are stapled, staggered, fused Claptons. So let's see if we can get the closest view possible. I'm going into manual focus here to make sure that we get as close a focus as we can. Okay. Wow. You really get to see my thumbnails close up, don't you? So that doesn't look like a stapled, staggered, fused Clapton to me. That isn't a stapled, staggered, fused Clapton, is it, guys? It's got a flat wire in there. It is stapled. It is staggered. Somebody who knows better, tell me. Especially you, Mikra. Speak up, buddy. Tell me what you think. I'm trying to get you a view. There's a flat lying in there. These are tight. I can feel it. So the wraps feel good. They're clearly machine wrapped because they're tight as fuck. And I see only one small inconsistency right there. Okay, so now I'm looking back at you guys. I want to see what you... Yeah, staggered fused ribbon. This is not a staple staggered fused Clapton. So slight con there. That's not exactly what it says. Okay, so Tony Dixon's explaining a little bit. I mean, for somebody as engaged in Instagram as me, it's kind of annoying that things are so unclear. That, like, if they really want to start some kind of movement, they need to really provide better information, because I'm fully capable of mobilizing a lot of people, but I feel like I just missed out on a major opportunity. Yeah, so the frame staggered fused Claptons. Yeah, so the chat is confirming that this is not what it says it is at all. And I want to show you guys some inconsistencies too. Just want to show you. You see those wraps? How there's two of them right here that are off in kind of a bad way. It's not, you know, it's not too bad. If you make your own, you would totally forgive that. But they're not, they're certainly not perfect. You'd think a machine would do better, but they're pretty good. There we go. Yeah. And let's check out the other one. The other one has more imperfections in it. Okay. Yeah, this one, it's got all kinds of bad wraps. Look inside the middle here, like the whole middle. There's like totally uneven wraps. So it's slightly worse than the other one. And I'm going to get out my magnifying glass. Okay. I'm just gandering at this through my magnifying glass here. It's always a little bit easier. My old man eyes. And I don't think this qualifies as fused, does it? I mean, it's stapled. It's got two wires around the outside, and there's a flat between them. But there's only one ribbon. So does that count as fused? If there's only one ribbon? You guys tell me. Well, Yeti's uncle points out that tight as hell is not the only measure of these things, but what I mean is that there's like several wraps that, I mean, you can see for yourself that it's not just a matter of tightness, it's a matter of, these are like, whoa. Yeah. I'm just taking a look at these. Whoops. So, yeah. This is actually just a framed ribbon. It's not a stapled staggered fused Claptons. It says on the package that it is two 24s. I'm just reading. Yeah, it's just not. It's not what it says it is. Come on, guys. I realize I can't use the new Vape mod right now. I need to throw this on something that's got a reader. Oh, need to tell me the ohms, please. Oh, geez, how many ohms have you received? Oh, Jeeves. Hey, the Skeletor. Good morning, buddy. Let's see. And there's Shane Hammond. Good morning to you, too. Let's get back on the desk view here. I'm going out of focus. We're back. All right. That's 0 ohms. Let's just throw this little guy in there. Pretty easy, Goon. I'm going to bend this a little bit so that it makes it easier to put the lead in. I'm going to grab my Coil Master Kit tool. By the way, I wanted to wow, this is the perfect inside diameter. It's absolutely 2.5 millimeters exactly. That's bizarre how correct that is. Let me ask y'all, the folks at Coil Master have offered us some gear, a kind of a package, a giveaway. And I wanted to know what y'all thought about what you think we should get. What should I have them send? A couple of starter kits, some tabs, I don't know. They'll do whatever we like. So, I need this bent. To set coils better, this is a James Reeves technique. So you see they come staggered in this fashion. And what we want is for this one to have a little kink in it so that they basically extend up in the same place. So I'm going to bend this to 90 degrees of where the other one is. You see that? 90. So now it's no longer parallel. Now they're perpendicular. And then I'm going to bend this lead back down, starting at that point right there. See? So there we go. Now they'll pop right in. Oops, I dropped it. Lol. I'm going to do that to both of these, because that's the rule. This is a quick and dirty way to make sure your coils all end up right. Going 90 degrees. 90, baby. 90 degrees, and then I'm going to bend it right at that spot. Oops. Make sure I got it right. Yep, see, there we go. And that ought to be mucho better. Oops, I keep clicking on stuff. Yeah, looks good. All we really have to do is trim it. So I'm looking down at the top. I've decided not to add any extra wraps because these are already kind of fat. I'm looking down and that width is good. I'm going to essentially just chop it right there flush with the base. I'll take a look at it real closely. I don't want it to be too far out because we want to make sure we're not touching the outside walls, obviously. And I don't need to screw this down because I'm going to pull it back out anyway to set the second coil. But I'm just doing this to make sure that I've got it exactly where I want. And then I'm going to give it a little tiny bend. And then when I pull it out, I'll be able to chop that right there. Super easy. So I'm going to cut those right there. And this is the same story exactly. Setting these guys in there. Taking a look at where the top is and how I like it. And I'm just going to set this down. Just so they're snug. I'm not tightening at all, really. Just barely snug. This one's sticking out a little further, so I'm just going to adjust it so I don't touch the outside ever. Because, you know, you'll get a short and it's lame. Completely annoying. So it's good. I'm just going to give a little bend and a bend, and then I'll be able to chop that too. Those two tongues that come off the coils have to stack in the Goon because this width of this coil sits inside of this thing. So these things are going to stack together. Oops, let me just show you. They're going to stack together touching once I trim them. In fact, I'll trim them here and you'll see. I can't tell you how useful it is to buy an expensive set of clippers. It is the best. Okay, so I can cut these right at the bends. There's one. And there's two. And we'll take the other one. Take my snip. Always making sure I've got the flat, sharp side of the snippers to the flat side of the coil on the inside. I don't know why I'm doing that, but I am doing that. And the last one. These are thick and contain much wire. Okay, there we go. So now we're going to set those back in the Goon like that. No problem. It's really not hard. The Goon, we pop out. The Goon, we pop in. So we'll see if we have enough clearance here. Oops. I need to trim these a little tiny bit more. And I'm just going to make sure I've got these screws set almost all the way out. Until they're on the verge of coming out. On the Goon is where I want them. To get the maximum clearance. I'm upside down there. Oops. Yeah. I'm sorry if the view is bad. It's difficult to do this correctly. There we go. So I've got both coils in. And I think I need to trim a little bit off this side and this side just because they're touching. There'll still be plenty of contact underneath, but I'm just going to take off a 1/2 millimeter because I need a little bit more space against the outside wall. And I'm going to cut a 1/2 millimeter off the corresponding thing on the other side. Just a half. Okay, that's good. Looks good. And then we go back inside. Sometimes I start these upside down because it's slightly easier. All right, we're in. I'm crumpling them together. Yeah. Now I'm just manipulating them until they sit evenly and happily together. Like two little peas in a pod. They're so happy. Just lowering down some of them posts. Absolutely love the Goon. It's so freaking easy to build on. I wish I had a double screwdriver that would screw down two at once like this. That would be cool. Yeah, there we go. This is a fatty. I'm sorry if I can't follow you guys in chat very well right this second. I've just been paying attention to this. Yeah. There we go. Need to pull this one down a little bit. These farms are extremely stiff, as you can imagine. They're not wiggly. Okay, that's pretty darn good. Yeah. Wow. And why did they come out so low? Wow, those are 0.07. One of these is supposed to be 0.2. But that's low. That's crazy low. Old Faithful, the DNA 200. I love you, DNA 200. It says 0.07 indeed. So that's fantastically low. Way too low. For average people. I mean, if they're going to say they're 0.2, why did they come out to 0.14 each? That's just not cool. I'm just slowly firing it, trying to get an idea of where we're at. Starting to get a little bit of a glow. Okay. Just moving, just encouraging some electrons to do their thing. Yeah, slowly but surely, we're getting there. Yeah. This one on your left side, or your right side, looks like it's a little uneven. I can see some imperfections in the coil that are making it ramp up slow. But it's going pretty good. Okay, let's see. Just doctoring up the coil. For those of you watching closely, just trying to get it to go a little more evenly. It's working well. They look good. They're glowy. Gonna try the pliers. There we go. Coils are glowing. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, there we go. So that's excellent. This is another reason why I absolutely swear by my Hexelm and my DNA 200. Fires to 0.007, fires to 0.05. So, love these. They're killer. Alright, so I am indeed going to use the Kendo. Why not? I have a little left from earlier. I need some Kendo cotton. Kendo cotton. Gold. Okay, let's see what this stuff is like inside. That's too much. There we go. Yep, that's good. Oh yeah. Gonna shave a teeny bit of this off before I even start, because I know better. And then I'm gonna just finish wicking the second coil. This Kendo cotton just is weak and disintegrates. The strands aren't long enough. They wick great, but they aren't long enough, and so when you're actually using it, it tends to peel and break like that. It's so annoying. So I end up throwing away lots of Kendo when I use it. Okay, I have another little piece. Just running it through here. Come on now, buddy. Don't play with me. Jaspy's face. I think there's actually some fuzz inside the interior diameter of this coil. There we go. Okay. So I'm just wicking this thing. Just broke. Just trying one more time. Okay. Just gonna give her another shot here with a new piece of cotton. This is a 2.5 millimeter diameter coil, in case you guys are interested. There we go, went right in. No problem. That's great. It's gonna be good. Okay. I think for Geekvape's sake, I should take a picture with my phone, shouldn't I? Oh, my chat screwed up. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I wasn't watching I was sitting here watching the actual show, doing it. There we go. Sorry about that. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to take a photograph just for Instagram's sake, which is pretty fun. before we finish. Cool. Okay. Picture taken. And we're going to tuck this little guy in here. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love it. Smacks time. Smacks time. Absorb my love. I'm just making sure this cotton is completely saturated. Because I suspect this is going to go through a lot of juice. Alright, gonna give that a second. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm very excited. Alright. Alright. I'm just cleaning up my stuff. I'd like, what are you guys talking about in chat? There's like a whole ton of stuff. Oh my god, Yeti's uncle. I need to hook up like that. Oh! That sounds killer. Hook me up, buddy. Okay. Now we're going in. Here it is. We are going in. Actually, let me pop it here. And that's 86 watts. 128. Oh yeah. Reese Max. It's already getting dry. God, that sucks juice. I love the Goon so much. This thing is seriously great. Oh, thank you for the compliment. My wicking game is on point. I think it is too. Okay. Alright. This is going to be freaking good. Woo! The new ohms is 0.08. 0.08. So this should be 0.1. And so they did their math wrong. I could put in more wraps and everything. You could easily, there's plenty to put one more wrap in. Not two, but one. I'm gonna open the airflow up a little more than I had it because I've increased the wattage. I'm not gonna lie, these coils don't taste that great. So they're definitely not alien-y. They produce good clouds, so that's fine. But I'm not sure I'm super impressed, to be honest. Let me see. Let me pop the airflow open a little more. I'm on 2 holes now. $128 watts. Great clouds. Not great flavor. Good flavor. Good flavor. But the staples that Taft sent me were better. The coils that I got from Overdose Vapes from Travis were better, much better, and I even have more of those. I took those out of here to put these in here, and those are still better. I'll put them back in. So I'm not sure. This is not great flavor. I don't know that I would seek this out. It's okay, but I think if an actually fused Clapton frame staple would actually be better. But these aren't. These are just a flat wire, and they're faking it. I'm very not happy with this flavor, to be honest. Let me turn down the wattage to about 80 and then close the airflow back up and see if I don't like it better. And Drew says poor quality wiry. Sure, yeah, I'm sure that's part of it. What are some other reasons why these could be bad, y'all think? Just, you know, discussion. I'm not exactly sure. They look great and they are vaping fine. Man, these are freaking hungry coils. And the Goon is a flavor RDA. Yummy. Somebody is asking in chat what I thought about a DIY kit. I can tell you that I don't like any DIY kit because they inevitably give you the wrong stuff. Just watch my video. If you watch my video, there's a shopping list. All you need is this scale, which is $30, and don't be cheap, and some VG and some PG and some flavors and some bottles to mix in. And you already have bottles to mix in and to put e-liquid in, probably sitting around your house now. Don't throw any away if you're going to start DIYing, and then build up bottles as you go. That's the only thing I would change about my video, is to update it and say don't bother buying bottles. Just use all the ones you have. If you have to, get some. But the scale with the calibration weights, and heed my advice, get the half-liter one unless you want to buy the weights separately. The half-liter one is $30 and comes with the calibration weights. And that's the easiest way to get started. And there's a shopping list on the video with all the links to Amazon on it. So, yeah. Yeah, it's okay. At 80 watts, this is all right. I don't absolutely love it. And it's power hungry, and it gets real hot. So I'm not sure that this is my favorite vape here. These Geekvape coils. They're not like... They seem kind of unnecessarily hot and don't have that much flavor, or enough flavor to justify it. That says 107 watts, but I don't believe it. Oh, this thing won't fire this. Yeah, the Cooper box won't fire these .07 coils. Oh well. The homewrecker will. Gonna put up a couple batteries in here. Hello, homewrecker. Old faithful buddy. Homewrecker will fire anything. Thing's a trooper. In fact, if you make coils, I encourage you to send me something that you think will ohm down to .007, because that's the limit for this thing. .007. This right now is at .08. So plenty of room there. And I'm at 77 watts. Let's go up to 107. Yeah, I mean, at 100 watts or so, these are pretty good. They taste okay. They taste okay. Yeah, the vape is great. Great cloud production. Absolutely fantastic. Of course, the Goon's helping there, definitely. So, these are good. I don't think they're fantastic, but they're all right. Why isn't it telling me the voltage? About 3. Just about 3 volts. Let's check again. I don't have the voltage visible on here. But I should, shouldn't I? So I will. I'll go in here to my DNA 200 controller and turn it on. All right. Hey, there's Rhonda. You're on your way out of the hospital. I'm so glad. That's killer. That's so great. So by the way, here's my DNA 200 set up. Okay. So now this will tell me what the voltage is. Upload settings, baby. Not sure how many of y'all have DNA 200s, but this is how this goes. Yeah, there we go. All right, so now I'll tell you the voltage. Yeah, 2.4. Yeah, it's mediocre. Mediocre. Tony Dixon is pointing out that this is too hot because it's just one piece of flat wire instead of 5 or 6. Yep. It's withstanding too much of the heat. Yeah, not very good. So I give these a poor review. Skip these. Yeah, unfortunately. If they would make them out of actual fused wires inside, I don't know why they don't do that. I don't think it's just too low. I don't think that there's just a direct relationship between voltage and flavor at all. I mean, there's a direct relationship between airflow. I mean, it's a spinning plates combination of airflow, wattage, and some other things too. So I don't think it's just one thing. But having said that, this is just meh. Oh well. Still, what fun. They look great. Don't taste great. Don't taste great, guys. Yeah, not the thing. I will, however, try this multi-fruit craziness on here. And William's asking about messing with eScribe. It's not very tough. It lets you customize your vape experience pretty well. Like I got to choose what shows on my display, and I configured my DNA 200 to show me what the incoming amperage is on the charger while it's plugged in, so I could throw away all my chargers that weren't 1 amp. It's really funny. I love doing that. I'm like, forget that. Let's see. Maybe this will be better. That vape is pretty good. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah. See you, Rhonda. She's taking off. Come out of the hospital, Rhonda. Come home. Yeah. Yawn. These are pretty boring tasting. I think it's cool that they're trying to jump on the bandwagon and get coils to people that are easy, but I'm I'm just not very impressed with these. And Michaela has to run to the hospital tomorrow night, and she's not worried about her, but the puppies. I'll be looking at pictures of your puppies, Michaela, don't worry. So all you guys out there who just tuned in, this is VapeAM on Orbital Vaping headquarters, and I'm Juicy Jones, and we are taking a look at the Geekvape Staggered Fused Alien Claptons. Is that what it says? Staple Staggered Fused Coil. And it turns out that they aren't stapled Staggered Fused Claptons at all. They're stapled flat, staggered, single core. So the flavor suffers, and they're too hot. Oh. And we decided that they're too hot because they have one ribbon in the middle instead of several like it should. It says it should have 4, but it doesn't. So that's a bummer. Hey, Milkman John, great to see you. It's super great to see you. One thing I love about the DNA 200 is that it's almost impossible to overheat this thing. Love the Goon. I'm going to try to open the air all the way here. I'm going to re-drip and take a mega hit. Mega vape with a cup of tea for my peeps. Time for mega vape. Mega vape! Alright. Team Baby Clouds. Big one. I'm going to go up. I'll go like 160. 165 watts. It's okay. It's too hot to vape. It's too hot on my lips to vape. So, Angelica's asking about these hot cigs. These were on sale recently for $55 and $20 for the batteries. So I bought 2 extra batteries. Now I have 4 batteries in this. But the DNA 2, excuse me, that vape was crazy. The DNA 200 part of this, I paid, I think they're about $140, $150 normally. And like I said, they were on sale. These guys are coming out with a new DNA 200 called the DR 200. And it's like this, except, oh my goodness. It's like this, except the back pops off and you pop it out and the battery comes out and you just detach it with little connectors. So I'm not as wild about that as I am these enclosed batteries, but that's why I bought a mess of them, so I could continue vaping for a long time. I really like this thing. I honestly don't think I would buy another DNA 200 because without being able to replace the batteries, I can tell you from experience owning a DNA 200 for, you know, since October. I got the second battery in October, so I've had it almost 9 months. And I can tell from experience that the batteries will degrade over time, and that you're probably going to want to replace them in about a year. And that being said, that's if you use it every day like I do. Like I use this thing all the time. It's my go-to mod because it's my favorite mod. It's like small and light. Yeah. Oh, and Drew points out they're sold out. Unfortunately, they sure are. And Tony Dixon points out that the new Hot Sig R100 looks great, and I agree. I think that thing looks great. I love it. It's a killer. Hugh's asking about voltage limits for batteries, and I just build for the limits of the batteries I have. If you have series, then you find where you like inside that vape. So for me, in series, if I've got 8.4 volts, which is a series build, I like either to turn it down with a potentiometer, which I have on the Nuve mod, or I like to build at about 0.4 to 0.6. For example, one of my favorite builds for the Noisy Cricket by far is this 0.6 build I have. It's a, like, I think 9-wrap Clapton in this Evogo Velocity. And I really love this vape. It's really great. I wonder if I've got this button screwed in. I love it. I think it's delicious. Vape's killer, eats up the watts, and this is operating at anywhere from 8 volts to 7.5. I usually take it out about 7.5. That's not true. Yeah, about 7.5. little higher actually. 3.6, 3.7 each, so about 7.2. So it's pretty good. Oh, looks like we have a... Oh, Jesse won an SNY DNA 75. Oh, I'm so excited. That's so killer. Dude, I want to hear all about it. I like those SNY DNA 75s, the way they look. I'm interested. I'm interested in all the DNA 133s and 75 watts. But I love this 0.6 build. So basically you have to know how many volts you're going to use beforehand is all. I don't really build for a certain number of volts. I build for a range of volts between 8 and, you know, 7.5. And that way, you know, builds that are good inside that will work on series boxes, and I can put them on stuff and turn them down too anywhere I want. If I'm going to build lower than that, I just use a parallel box, and then I usually build at about 0.1, 0.07 to 0.06, 0.07 to about 0.15 or 0.22, something like that for parallel boxes for lower voltages. Those are 4-volt builds. And LabWorks isn't a huge fan of the DNA chip. I'm a big fan of the chip. It's just kind of fussy. Once you have it set up, it works great. Like, I spent, you know, a couple of weeks learning eScribe, and then once I learned eScribe, honestly, I haven't really messed with it. I just set my DNA up the way I wanted, and I use it like crazy. I use it all the time. But it isn't necessary. I mean, it doesn't work. It isn't intrinsically a million times better than, say, you know, my Homewrecker G2 or another thing. The Homewrecker G2 is great because it goes to 150 watts. But if you need 200, the DNA 200 is great. Like I'm at 165 right now, so I'm glad I have a 200 watt mod. But I also have the Spartans mod and the Cooper mod and the Wismac, which go to 200 watts with 3 batteries. So I do that too. Boom. And I still need a charger for this thing too, an external RC charger too. If anybody knows a link to that, send that to me. I need to see where we're at on time, my friends, because I haven't looked. I don't want to... Oh, we have plenty of time. We're at 48 minutes. Yeah, we got like 12 minutes. This is going great. We got plenty of time to chat and hang out. So let me pay attention to y'all in chat. See what's going on here. And he was saying that he thought his build might be too high, but now he thinks it's okay. So that's great. That is great. I think it's great. Jesse, I can show you how to do some eScribe stuff too. It's pretty easy. Super easy. It really does not that much to it. If you buy a brand name one by Tug Life or a couple of the other brand name ones, like that one that Owen bought, yeah, they will tend to be set up for you beforehand. And so the best ones to buy are the ones that are set up beforehand. Like this Hot Sig was not set up beforehand. I had to do it myself. I don't know if their new ones are set up beforehand. But they do have battery profiles you can download for these now, which is a big change from the way it used to be. Look, our live chat died. Again, for some reason. Inexplicably. No idea. Yeah, and Tony Dixon points out that the over 200 watt game is pretty silly, and that's kind of the basis for the Cooper and the Spartans. You know, I kind of like evaluate them, and then the race to 300 watts is asinine, and we know they don't do 300 watts because I don't have 40 amp batteries, and who needs it anyway? There aren't any good vapes that high. Even this build right here still isn't very good that high. I mean, come on. Like I'll put this one on 200. And this won't go to 200 because the ohms are too low. Safety first. I'm so glad. Yeah. Yeah. This build is okay. It isn't worth it, I don't think. Frankly. I get much better flavor out of lots of different coils. So I think they picked bad wire and they put the wrong wire in it. Okay. Skeletor says the max wattage on his cheese grater is 220.3 based on the batteries he's got. That's funny. Okay. Excuse me. Well, it's been a pretty fun morning. I think we're all a little itty tiny bit disappointed in the Geekvape coils, but at least they're trying to bring something to market. I advise to them that they check the labels and make sure that they're describing what's actually in them, and or just clarify what, maybe they meant something that I'm not getting out of the label, and maybe, I don't know, maybe do something with an alien instead, because the Claptons are good clouds, really good clouds, but not good flavor. Great vapor. And okay flavor. I want to ask all of you guys, if you like these videos, like and subscribe. I love all y'all. I want to thank all of you for tuning in, and we're going to vape out here in just a second. And I want all of you to have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to go to notblowingsmoke.org and Casaa.org and register and do what they tell you. People in Indiana, be glad that you had a reprieve on that terrible law, so you're not going to have to deal with that insane shit till at least January or February when your legislature meets again. They punted. And so you're still going to be able to buy stuff as of July 1st. And I hope everybody has a fantastic day. And I just want to say thanks. Vape on, y'all.